Hello, and thank you for stopping by. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when new videos arrive. Well, the third stimulus package is coming. House passes resolution and senators say Biden will negotiate on the $1,400 payments. What they mean by that is that the House has passed the resolution, it went to the Senate, and the Senate was talking to Joe Biden, and Joe Biden said that he would like $1,400 this time, but he is willing to negotiate that price, which means that if they come up with something that's very, very close to that, then it's very possible that he will sign off on that. Biden would like to have the Republicans working on this too. I would love to see that as well, not just the Democrats pushing their way through, but to have both Democrats and Republicans working on the stimulus check. The U.S. House on Wednesday approved a budget resolution that would pass the way for President Joe Biden's would pave the way for Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus stimulus package to pass by a majority vote. While the budget resolution would trigger a procedure known as reconciliation and allow congressional Democrats to pass the stimulus without Republican votes, the Democrats who met with the president on Wednesday said they still want the GOP to be in on this. They don't want to have to pass the resolution. They don't want to have to do that, or the reconciliation. They don't want to have to reconciliate anything. They would love to have the Republicans help out. Now, I don't know what's going on with the Republicans or the Democrats for that matter, but I do know that when something's going down, if I can be a part of it and it's helpful, that makes me feel good, knowing that I can do that. While he's supported bipartisanship, he also understands there is a fierce urgency of getting this done. U.S. Representative Robert Mendez said after a 90-minute meeting with Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Senate Democrat Committee Chair like himself. Yes, we would love to have Republicans, but not at the cost of doing something that is big and bold. One area of compromise would be scaling back the $1,400 stimulus payments. Under the current proposal, some families earning more than $400,000 would get a check. Further, targeting means not the size of the check, it means the income level of people who receive the check, and that's something that has been under discussion, said White House spokesperson Jen Psaki. There hasn't been a conclusion, but nationally to deliver targeted relief, There hasn't been a conclusion, but certainly he's open to having that discussion. Further, targeting means not the size of the check, it means the income level of people who receive the check, and that's something that has been under discussion, said White House spokesperson Jen Psaki. There hasn't been a conclusion, but certainly he's open to having that discussion. U.S. Senator Chris Coons said the topic was broached during an hour-long meeting with fellow Delaware Democrat Senator Tom Carper and Biden, who used to represent the state in the Senate. We did not have a conversation about the direct payments and how those might be modified in a way to ensure they're targeted, but President Biden was clear with us, with our caucus, that he's not going to forget the middle class, Coons said. He's not going to walk back from a real commitment he made, not just in Georgia, but nationally, to deliver targeted relief to those Americans most in need. The president, having served in Senate for 36 years, fully recognizes that the bill he proposed, that he did a primetime address on the bill 2 weeks ago, That may not look exactly like the bill that comes out, she said Wednesday at her daily press briefing. Okay. There was a poll that was done, and it was at this university, and it was released on Wednesday, and it found that 70% of Americans supported the 1400 stimulus, with only 18% in opposition. Republicans backed direct payments 64% to 32%. Struggling to pay the bills, American households need an infusion of cash, and they need it now. Quinnipiac polling analyst Tim Malloy said. So give it to them. It's a resounding judgment of the public. Yes, it is. The poll of 1,075 U.S. adults was conducted from January 28 to February 1st, had a margin error of plus minus 3% in average points. Biden already rejected a proposal of 10 Senate Republicans to shave the package by more than two-thirds to $618 billion. Democrats still bear the scars from 2009 when their stimulus bill in response to the Great Recession was scaled back in order to attract Republican support. That's when we got to 200, remember? That 200 didn't do nothing. It bought you some ice cream. Biden was vice president at that time, and the limited spending resulted in a more tepid recovery. History teaches us that the failure to do more created more economic pain. The GOP package also stripped out Biden's proposal for $350 billion federal aid to work to help state and local governments pay the salaries of healthcare workers, teachers, and other public employees. Mendez called the money an absolute necessity, and Coons called any effort to pass a bill without state and local aid a non-starter. The House vote, largely along party lines, was 218 to 212. The Senate plans to debate the bill beginning Thursday. Congressional Republicans complained that the stimulus would increase the deficit, even though they used the same process in 2017 to pass a tax law that the Congressional Budget Office said would increase the deficit by the same $1.9 trillion as Biden's proposal. So it's okay to do the tax thing, but it's not okay to do the virus thing. Representative Jason Smith of Missouri, the top Republican on the House Budget Committee, used the debate to lash into Governor Phil Murphy and New Jersey in response to Representative Frank Pallone Jr., Democrats' 6th District, who said the Biden plan delivers bold relief to the American people and deserves strong bipartisan support here in the House. Smith said New Jersey had received $9.5 billion in taxpayer bailouts and would get another $9.5 billion under the stimulus plan. That very same government has enacted lockdown policies directly leading to the closure of more than 3,000 small businesses, and that state, very sadly, actually has the highest per capita death rate of all the states. Well, what do you think? I'm hoping that this gets done fairly quick. $1,400 is better than nothing, but do you think it'll do any good? Do you honestly believe that $1,400 would do good to those that are struggling? People on veterans pay, Social Security and SSI benefits, welfare benefits, people that are on a fixed income, people that are on minimum wage. Yeah, it'll help some. It'll help pay some of the bills, but Then again, there'll be families that it may hurt because it's not going to be enough. It'll just like pay half of a bill and that'll be it. But 1,400 now, if we got that every month, that would be cool. But we cannot afford to keep doing that because eventually somebody has to pay the check. I think that this is a good start, and I'm hoping that it will work out for the better. So this is just an update that I was reading from NJ.com website. It was the most reliable and the most informational benefit that I could find on the spur of the moment. I checked a few other things, and it's pretty accurate. So they're going to be voting on it. It said Thursday, so I'm thinking that today is Thursday. So they voted on it today. Haven't heard nothing back yet. As soon as I do, you will hear something. So anyway, if you want to give me any ideas on this, let me know what you think. Put your 2 cents worth in down there in the comments below. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up, hit the like button. That's fine. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button right down there. I would greatly appreciate it. To all of my subscribers, what very few I have, your family, I appreciate you. Thank you. And although my videos are not as entertaining as some that are on the internet, I try to bring at least something that is beneficial as best as I can. With what little I have, I offer unto you. I'm going to let you go on that note. Remember, make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can today. Have a good evening, America, and all points beyond.